What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back up with, of course, another Chris Watts video. Now, you can't tell me for a fact, nor can I tell you for a fact, that Nichol Kessinger was not, in some shape or form, contacting Chris Watts in prison. You don't just go from having some complete love and lust for each other, where you guys were sweet empanada, I miss your face, he, all the above, and then sit there and just stop talking to each other. I call BS. So a lot of you guys have been sending me this video from a channel called, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Federa Midnight. Hopefully I'm not butchering it, but this states letters from Nichol Kessinger and Chris Watts that was written in code. I could see that happening because a lot of the times that happens in prison. It's written in code. Things are sent through the mail that are not supposed to be. Who knows? We're going to take a look. So with that being said, grab a chair, get comfortable. Also, don't forget to subscribe on this channel by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. Then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for that love and support that you guys continuously show. I can't thank you guys enough. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and we'll continue to keep growing. Also, go to the link in the description for this Federa. I do apologize if I'm pronouncing this channel wrong. Federa Midnight's channel. Go give this person some love. Subscribe, comment, like, and share for them to put this together for us to enjoy. Learn more. It could take a lot of work, a lot of effort, and we want to give thanks back to them. So without further ado, let's get the video.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I just got done watching the video that Scott Reich made, his interview with the author of Letters from Christopher, Sherilyn Cadle. And Scott brought up something that I had been wondering about all the way back when the investigators went to the prison and interviewed Chris.
For the second time.
And they asked him about Nikki. And they asked him if he had been in any contact with her. And he said something about, well, he hoped he wasn't,
forgotten,
writing with her under an alias.
Another couple members that are cellmates that was with Chris had stated that he was in contact with Nichol. I don't know how much of that is factual or the validity of that. So just throwing that out there.
And he didn't really elaborate any further. So Scott asked if she questioned him about that, and she said that she did. He did elaborate further on that. So I got interested, and back when this happened, I had went back to the Discovery and was looking through the letters that the women had.
I don't know how many times I've looked at that Discovery, the 2,000 pages. It's a lot, and I go through it a lot.
Sent him, trying to see if I could find one that I thought might be Nikki writing to him under an alias, and I didn't see one that I thought could be her.
Okay.
But Miss Cadle indicates that it was the Laurel, and she's written him more than anyone. There were a couple other ladies that wrote him more than one time, but Laurel's written him 7 times that are in the Discovery.
He apparently might also have a girlfriend, technically fiance, which is disgusting to think about.
And she does seem to write him as if it seems like in a friendly relationship, like almost like she kind of knows him or she's talking to a friend. So I wanted to go back and see what it was that Chris actually said when they went to the prison, and he talked about this.
Okay.
And he says they asked him if he would like to talk to Nikki, and he says he maybe once, just to say, I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what happened afterwards. If you had any counseling or in a different state, I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry. It's not something I ever saw happening. So 3 times he says he's sorry to Nikki. But Sherilyn Cadle indicates that she had to tell him that he had never said he was sorry to the Ruseks. I just found it interesting that when asked about Nikki, he uses the words, I'm sorry, 3 times. So Scott Reich asked Cadle why Chris thought that Nikki was writing to him as an alias. And she indicated that he just thought that she was writing to him in code, possibly, and that she kept mentioning
Or different name.
banana bread. I only found one instance of that being brought up in these 7 letters, but it's possible she continued writing to him.
I like banana bread.
He also just told
Don't
her
ruin this
that
for me.
she would write things that would make him think that they knew each other. So I wanted to go back and read these letters for myself to find out what it was that made Chris think that this was Nikki. The first letter she wrote is dated 8/24. However, he didn't get this
August
letter
24th.
until the 4th letter. That was because she had included an envelope with a stamp on it, and you're not allowed to do that.
Oh, really?
Starts. I just wanted to write and say hello and introduce myself. I know you're going through a tough time right now, and I hope this letter gives you some hope. I currently live in Hawaii on the island of Maui, but I'm from Longmont originally. I used to be a professional snowboarder back in the day and moved here in 2005. As I write this, we are currently in the middle of a hurricane, so no work today, equivalent of a good old snow day, LOL. The media has built it up to be this huge, crazy storm, but only getting a little rain. So anyway, a little about me. I work for a vacation rental company, and we have about 20 condos we rent. It's a pretty boring job. I absolutely love the Broncos, and my favorite music includes Deftones, Jane's Addiction, Filter, and Stick Figure.
Great, they just ruined that for me because I'm a Broncos fan.
With reggae in parentheses. I'm a single mother with 1 daughter, and I also have a baby grandson. I'm hoping to move back to Colorado in the next 6 months. I lived in Aspen/Snowmass Village for about 10 years and call that area home. My goal in reaching out to you is to hopefully form a pen pal friendship and give you something to do, and to maybe look forward to receiving my letters.
He doesn't deserve to do anything.
I'm an optimistic person and try to find the good in a situation.
He murdered 4 people. Where's the good in that?
I'm sure that deep down you are a wonderful, interesting, and decent man. I like humor and jokes, and know firsthand that a good hearty laugh can lift your spirits. I'd be happy to send you funny and interesting articles and pictures. You must be bored. I'm sorry about that.
He did it to himself! He deserves what he's getting! These people writing to him! Oh my gosh! Do you realize what he did? Oh!
Anyway, I've included a return envelope and paper and hope to hear back from you.
It's like writing to Hitler! How are you? How was your day today? See anything new? What was your day like? Like, what are you talking to him like that for?
You anytime. I've put a couple of pictures from my town so you can see where I live. I write to you in confidence, and she inserted in strict confidence, and promised to keep it that way. Know that I'm saying a prayer for you and everyone else, and you will get through this.
Sweet
I have to say, I feel I've met you before. Maybe in Longmont or Aspen? Were you ever over here on Maui recently? So strange, but I feel we've crossed paths somewhere. In any case, I'm happy to be some
code?
support for you. Okay, take care, and aloha for now. Your friend, Laurel. And at the bottom, I'm on your side, and everyone needs someone in their corner.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Then she puts bullet points. Do they let you have a TV? Do you need books to read?
The hell, they better not get no
even
TV.
A Bible? Let me know. I can send those to you. So I'm taking a look to see what could have led Chris to believe in this letter that this could be Nikki talking to him in code. And let's see.
Have
she
we crossed
being
paths?
A snowboarder.
Which they did sand dunes boarding.
Brings up a hurricane, which she brings up in quite a few of the letters. And this was
Why is known for
interesting.
hurricanes.
She brings up her favorite music, and then she puts reggae in parentheses. In the discovery on July 30th, Chris did a Google search for a reggae band named Through the Roots.
Oh.
And he searched the lyrics to the song Down to Earth.
Interesting.
And in researching the song, it revealed lyrics that included, when I'm around you, I can feel peace. And at the lowest level, you can make me feel like I'm sky high. Other lyrics are quoted by Chris in a card he wrote to Kessinger on the same date, July 30th. But what I find even more interesting is she brings up Aspen twice in this letter and Snowmass Village. And
that they've crossed paths
based on the discovery, on August the 11th, which was Saturday, the day they went to the Lazy Dog, Watts searched Google for trails and hot springs near Aspen. Then, believe it or not,
this woman might be onto something.
August the 13th, right after he was done disposing of his babies and burying his wife, at 10:33 a.m., Watts searched the internet for hotels in Aspen. Then,
that just goes to show that Chris thought he was going to get away with this. He was supposed to have a romantic rendezvous with Shanann the week prior to that. So, what was he thinking?
And at 10:42, Watts called the Westin Snowmass Resort and held nearly a 2-minute phone conversation. It's almost unbelievable that he was calmly able to do these things after just eliminating his family. But maybe there was a special significance. Maybe he was going to go with Nikki to Aspen Snowmass Village. I know he was supposed to go with Shanann. It's also possible he was canceling any reservations that Shanann may have made for them, because I know that
he did go and cancel the school with the kids. He was talking to the realtor. He canceled, I think, a newspaper too. Can't remember offhand, but he did a lot of canceling. So who knows if this is the cancellation or if he was thinking about going to Aspen with Nicole instead. So
they were supposed to be going the next weekend. We know that he called up to the girls' school and canceled that. But he was calmly able to do these things. Now, I'm not saying that I believe Laurel is actually Nikki in code.
But the coincidence is cohesive. Like, it is almost identical.
Code or an alias. Because I do believe this Laurel exists. I know she's a real person. I was able to look that up, but I just want to find out what would have made Chris think that this person was Nikki talking to him. Or who knows, maybe this Laurel is friends with Nikki, but I doubt it. I think he was just reading too much into these letters. So I'm going to go through them and see what it is that made him think.
He has nothing but time. So he's obviously thinking this could be her, that could be her. I'm thinking of you. He's thinking of his family that he murdered. Like, who knows if he's going crazy now?
This was Nikki. Okay, and the second letter, which is actually the first one that he received, is dated September the 1st, and it says, "Aloha, Chris. I hope this letter finds you in somewhat good spirits today. Remember, there's always hope, and today might be that day that brings you a bit of good news," and she drew a little heart. "I'm totally on your side. I hope you received my letter from last week."
Couldn't you just compare this with one of the letters that she wrote Chris before and just see if it's the same person? Isn't that what you can do?
I was just basically wanted to introduce myself and offer some friendship from over here in Hawaii. To give you an update here, the hurricane that was barreling down...
Or Nicole could have had somebody else write so it didn't look like her handwriting.
...on us never hit our island, and we just got some really cool, and she crossed out cool and put crazy hurricane winds whipped through, and a little rain. Dang, I was hoping for more upheaval. LOL. No luck. As I mentioned before, I'm an NFL fan, and although the Broncos suck right now, I've kind of started liking the LA Rams. They have Wade Phillips, my fave, and Talib. Doesn't it seem he belongs in LA? Yes, I do like him though. Is there an NFL team you like?
If you can't see from pictures, this man loved the Steelers. You cannot tell me that this woman didn't know that. Or she's playing dumb. The man had Steeler jerseys up the hoo-ha. Plus he liked college football as well.
I hope you have a TV and...
No, he doesn't have it, or I don't know if he has a TV or not, but prisoners should not get a chance to watch TV. You did the crime, You do your time.
I love Seinfeld reruns. Oh my God. So she mentions hurricanes again. She mentions NFL, being an NFL fan.
Is hurricane
and she talks
code?
about loving Seinfeld. So maybe they talked about her liking Seinfeld. I don't know.
Who knows?
She continues. If there are any newspapers or magazines, books you would like, I'm happy to send those. Crossword puzzles, etc. Anything to keep you busy and your mind sharp. But she crossed that paragraph out and said, shoot, I didn't know that's not allowed. But feel free to call collect if you need to ever. Then she put her cell phone number. I know that I've personally done quite a few things in my life that no one would ever believe, and I'm sure I would be in jail. But please believe we all get
which NK has done.
A second chance. Do not be discouraged by media, because we all know our country has a very short attention span. And this will be old news in a few weeks. Promise.
This video came out 4 years ago. The letter is dated almost 6 years ago. It's not over. No.
Wow, was she wrong about that? But I thought this paragraph was interesting because she's telling him that she's done things in her life that would cause her to be in jail. And
NK did.
And everybody deserves a second chance. And we know that Chris said that Nikki had a rough, difficult past, and that's why he didn't want them to bother her. She'd been through enough. So, moving forward, I will only send you funny and positive articles or comics. I'm not sure you really want to hear about my life here on Maui or not. I think it's weird, no matter where you are in life, there is always something better that you can't have. Or is that just me? I struggle to be happy and content, but can't. I always want what I can't have.
I feel like these women try to save these people. They're far from saving. Okay? Or their infatuation with murderers and serial killers. Like, can't you like crochet something or build a bear? I don't know.
Mostly just living anywhere but here. Hawaiians hate white people. So much hatred in Hawaii.
Come again? Because I served with quite a bit of Hawaiians, and they were not that way. Okay? I don't know where that's coming from.
She actually put Hawaiians and Filipinos hate white people. So, but I thought this was interesting because these are things that Nikki probably said to Chris about. There's something better that you just can't have. That she struggles to be happy and content, but she can't. She always wants what she can't have.
You can see the foreshadow.
That seems like something she might have said to him. So I can see why this part of the letter would make him think it could possibly be her talking in code. But these things could apply to lots of women. She goes on. Okay, so much for my rant. No sympathy for me, I know. I'm not expecting to hear back from you, at least not yet, and I totally understand, and my purpose in writing to you is to solely give you a glimmer of hope, and maybe a laugh or smile. Things have a way of turning around. Try to keep your thoughts positive, my dear. You can get through this. Until next week, keep the faith, your friend Laurel.
He doesn't deserve hope.
In letter number 3, she included 2 postcards. The letter is dated September the 7th and 8th. The first postcard says, Chris, those 2 buildings called the Whaler, a total monstrosity, is the resort property that I book. Boring job, LOL. However, my actual office is located in Kahana, away from the tourist. The beach is nice though, lots of sharks. Kidding, just a few. On the second postcard, she says, Chris, this beautiful little valley/neighborhood is about a 15-minute drive from where I live on the Upper West Side of Maui. I like making banana bread there for some reason.
So what's code
word
for making banana bread?
P.S. Noka oi means the best. So they must have had something special about banana bread. Who knows? But this is where she mentions the banana bread.
I like banana
and
bread.
According to the author, Ms. Cadle, in her interview with Scott Reich, The mentioning of the banana bread is one of the things that made Chris really think that this was Nikki in code. So,
Why?
this is the only letter that I can find this being mentioned in, though. But Ms. Kale states that she said it several times, so there's probably other letters that we do not have that she wrote later on after he had pled guilty. So, in the actual letter portion of this, she says, "Hey, Chris. It's Friday, and I just wanted to touch base with you this week. I feel I need to tell you, things are going to be okay. I know you must have 1,000 things on your mind right now, but truly know you can have a positive outcome to what lies ahead of you. I promise. God can turn..."
You know what lies ahead of him? 4 walls that are 5 by 9, a steel toilet with a bunk bed with a 3-inch cushion and a wool blanket. That's what he's getting.
Turn this around for you in ways you can't even imagine. Just trust in him, because I too have been in some pretty bad situations, and once I surrendered it over to Jesus and kind of just gave up because there wasn't anything I could do at that point, things had a way of being okay. Like I said in my letter last week, you are a kind, decent man, and right now, please don't give up on yourself. You have a voice. You have rights.
He did.
Hopefully your mind is sharp and your heart is tender. So here she mentions again about her past and being in some pretty bad situations. And she also uses this term again. She used it in, I think, her first letter where she says, keep your mind sharp. Well, she mentioned his mind being sharp again. Not sure what that's about.
Yeah, who knows?
She continues, there are people that believe in you. Just please don't give up. Okay, enough.
Believe in what? He's not getting out. The man murdered his family. I don't get what they see in this.
Preaching. Here are some things going on. I'm sending a couple of postcards so you can see where I live. Like I said earlier, there are some hard parts to living in Maui. Geesh, if people only knew. My favorite all-time place to visit so far has been New Zealand. Oh, how I wish I could live there. It's a cross between Colorado and Hawaii. Pure heaven. I dream of visiting Switzerland, Norway, Sweden. As far as local news, we are due for another hurricane this coming week.
So
Olivia. Here it is with the hurricane again. I don't believe it, but I guess I have to be prepared. Damn, I'm just happy if I don't have to go to work, LOL. Did you ever have to experience hurricanes at all?
He was in Colorado.
It can be a little scary. Growing up in Colorado toughened me up, I guess. Blizzards, lightning, and high winds. And oh, the mountain lions. I don't watch any TV if I can help it. But I do like YouTube and documentaries.
I hope you're watching this one.
Things that make you laugh. Yes, like Seinfeld, my favorite. I can't stand politics either. If I can go one day without seeing Trump's face or hear about his rants, then that's a good day. However, I did go to a Bernie Sanders rally at CSU in Fort C back in 2016.
I'm not going to get into politics on this channel because I forbid it. Just because it's a big disgust and so forth. But holy cow.
Which was incredible. Cool guy. Right now I'm listening to Crosses. It's a band with the lead singer from the Deftones. It's definitely more laid back, but I love his voice. He also has another side project called Palms, which I love too. Lately I've been watching 9 Inch Nails on YouTube. Their Austin City Limits concert. Wow. But I can listen to pretty much everything except pop. Can't stand it. How about you? Can I send you any music or books on tape to listen to?
Pretty sure he don't get no music.
I just now went to the Will County website and see that there isn't anything stating that you're not allowed music or books, or at least I didn't see anything noted. I do see where I cannot send stamps or envelopes, so that you can write me back if you wanted to. Oh well. However, I'm totally happy to accept a collect call if you need someone to talk to, and she puts her cell number again. And I hope that the jail...
I wonder if that 808 is a actual Hawaiian area. So the number is Hawaiian. It's on the, what did they say? It's on the Windward and Leeward Islands, as well as the Wake Islands in the western Pacific Ocean. Interesting.
Is offering you some counseling too. And of course, your family and friends are here for you. And me too, for the long haul.
What about the family that he murdered?
And then she puts at the bottom, I have not told anyone I'm writing to you. It's none of their business. I promise confidence and support if you need it. I just want to give you some hope. Tomorrow will be a better day. Your friend Laurel. Letter 4 was dated September 14th. Hello, Chris. Today is Friday and wanted to send this letter off to you. I'm getting in a groove of writing you every Friday, wondering how long it actually takes before it's in your hands. I'm guessing around 10 to 14 days. You never know about mail here in Hawaii. It's a mystery. So, anyway, how are you holding up? I can only hope that your family and true friends are rallying behind you no matter what. I pray that each day gets a little easier for you. I hope to be a support for you. I was watching something on YouTube about how powerful our brain is once we switch our thoughts to what is good. Yes, our situation may not be ideal, but we still have control of our thoughts and imagination. Imagine the best possible outcome, future, or goal. Why not? It's better.
He did this, and his outcome was to murder his family so he could be with his mistress. Didn't turn out very good for him.
Than thinking what's the most horrible outcome, right? But
the most horrible outcome? He already did it!
It takes discipline. Think positive, happy thoughts. I really think you are going to get through this just fine, and I'm totally saying a prayer for you. Hey, miracles happen. Just read about Paul in the New Testament. All I know for sure is that Jesus forgives everything and can give us a new heart, and he gives us hope. Hopefully today is the day that you receive some good news, a glimmer of hope that it's not as bad as it seems. In this next paragraph, she talks about hurricanes again and weather. And remember the photographs that Chris sent Shanann of the tornado that he was outrunning? He might have liked weather as well. So maybe he could have thought this was some kind of code. Okay, so she says, now on to other news. I know you're from North Carolina, and as I write this, they are getting pummeled by the hurricane. I wonder why they get hit so hard when we're sitting in the middle of the Pacific with nothing around us here in Hawaii. Yet our hurricanes never really do much damage. As a matter of fact, we had one 2 days ago, Olivia, and it mostly was rain and flooding. Must be water temperature, since it's so warm here. Anyway, I hope your family in North Carolina is safe. Man, I love weather. I miss a good blizzard and hunkering down and riding the storm out. Not sure if you received my last letter with the 2 postcards, but the one with the little village in the valley, they totally got flooded out with this last storm. Crazy, raging flash floods, but no one went with it, thankfully. Okay, I have a joke for you from my Amazon Echo. How do you wake up? How do you wake up Lady Gaga? LOL. And at the bottom of the page, she's got the answer. Poker face. But she mentions an Amazon Echo, getting the joke from the Echo, and we know that they had an Amazon Echo in the Watts kitchen, and Nikki had been to their house, and remember Chris made her lunch, chicken and carrots. Maybe they messed around with their Amazon Echo asking jokes. I don't know. So it goes on. So it looks like I will not be moving back to Colorado anytime soon, as I had hoped. My daughter is planning on moving back here to Maui with my grandson, so I better stay put to help them out. They're currently in LA. However, my goal is to eventually move back to Colorado. That's my home. Maybe at some point I could visit you and we can actually meet. Like I said before, I feel the need to support you emotionally and mentally and spiritually. You do not have to go this alone. I know I'm just a random lady from Hawaii, but still, I offer friendship and support. I understand that you cannot write me back or call if you ever wanted to, so I'm just going to keep touching base and reminding you that there are people on your side, me. I feel there is an incredible miracle around the corner for you. Please do not give up. On a side note, because I love football, of course I love CU Buffs. I don't know who that is. I'm not into football. But I also love Cornhuskers and couldn't believe that CU actually beat Nebraska last week. What?
College
33 to
team?
28? Wow. Then she put a little side note. How are the Tar Heels? Sorry. So far, not good. And on Sunday is the Broncos versus the Raiders. My coworker is a Raiders fan, so it's been interesting. I have a $100 bet. We will kick their butts. Wish me luck and them. Okie dokie. Get some good sleep. Get those thoughts on the right track. Might take some discipline, but you can do this, my dear. Stay the course, and God will bless you. Your friend, Laurel. So, letter number 5. I'm not going to read that because it is the letter number 1, which was dated 8/24. But she did send it, and she sent it back. She's got it dated 9/15 with a little note on it that says, sorry, this was my first letter to you. I had included a return envelope with a stamp that I didn't know wasn't allowed. Oh well. Letter number 6, dated September the 20th. Hey, Chris. Gosh, I feel like an idiot as I didn't know the rules on what I can include in my letters to you. Hence, I initially put a self-addressed, stamped envelope with a stamp, and I got that returned to me. That was my first letter that I wrote to you on August 24th. Okay, now I know. So how are you holding up, my dear? I hope you have a great support system to get you through this, and that everyone is stepping up. Again, that's why I'm here writing to you, to give you support and prayers that just maybe things turn around for you. Please do not give up. A lot of good can come out of this. I really feel that. God has a way of making that happen if you just give everything over to Him to take care of and figure out. Trust, and He will help you, I promise. He sure has come through for me quite a few times, so I know firsthand. Please consider turning to Him for help. Then on the side she has, I was wondering, are you getting a ton of mail or hardly anything?
Fortunately, you're getting quite a bit.
How are your meals? I hope they're somewhat decent and okay.
No.
Nicky cared about his meals. I know I asked before, but I wonder and hope that you can at least listen to music. There's the music again. I'd love to know what your favorite bands are. If you could see one band perform.
He has a tattoo on his back of Metallica. Literally, in the information that we know, he loved Metallica. How did she not know this?
Perform live.
Or is she playing stupid?
Who would it be and where? Did you ever get a chance to go to Red Rocks? Oh, how I miss that place. Maui is so boring for live shows, mostly because bands do not want to ship their equipment here to perform. Although I have seen the Eagles, Incubus, 311 here, I'm kind of over the Hawaiian luau music. Damn, I don't belong here. So I'm starting to get a feeling why Chris would pick up on a vibe of Nikki. This is, she mentions bands again, his meals, and here she's getting ready to talk about the NFL
you
again.
You can see the foreshadowing connections that
I don't know,
could
maybe
be,
it's just
but...
a girl. Obviously, it's just a girl that likes the same kind of things Nikki did. So she continues. On a side note, did you ever see bad lip reading for NFL or the political debates? Oh my God, I just discovered it again, and it's some funny stuff. They even have Zuckerberg, total weirdo, going before Congress about how he knows his Facebook supported hacks. Too darn funny. Hopefully at some point you get to watch the internet.
Nope.
Gosh, I can't believe this girl has not
on
heard anything back from him, and
email.
she's on her 5th letter.
Dating sites.
So she continues. So after receiving my first letter back that I sent to you, I'm not quite sure if you've even received anything I've sent. I believe this is my 5th letter to you, and I sure hope it gets in your hands. That's like the 2nd or 3rd time she's mentioned his hands. My goal is to write to you every week. I'm a pretty boring person. Hey, Nikki said that too. I'm a pretty boring person. But I'm a totally awesome support system. My background is mostly office management, yet here in Hawaii, I'm all tourism, vacation, condo rentals. concierge, etc. I hate it, but it could be worse. It's just that everyone seems to complain even when they're on vacation in a beautiful spot. I don't get it. Okay, on a good note. Broncos beat the dreaded Raiders 19-20. Haha. Cleveland Browns just won their first game in 2 years against the Jets 17-21. Oh wow. I hope they beat the Raiders in week 4. Cleveland could be my new favorite if they do. Are you really a Steelers fan? They tied the Browns. In closing, I'm sorry to hear North Carolina got hit in the hurricane. Again with the hurricane. I hope your family is safe there and didn't get too much damage. Blessings. Take care, Laurel. And on the side, she's put, I know you cannot write to me. That's okay. And then she drew a little flower. Hey! No wonder he's thinking this could be her in code. She's drawn a little flower and put the little quote that says, put some sugar under your pillow and have some sweet dreams. That's kind of geeky. But anyway, this whole page right
how geeky she is.
here sounds a lot like it could be Nikki, right? So I can kind of understand why Chris picked that vibe up. I'm picking that vibe up off this letter right here. But I really don't think it is her at all. I don't think it is.
It could be somebody that
I'm just reading these out so I can see.
Who knows? What do you guys think?
Get into his mind as to why he would think that. So letter number 7 is dated October the 5th, and the federal government doesn't make it illegal. I almost want to order a bunch and hoard it. Joke. What did the grape say when the elephant stepped on him? He didn't say anything. He just let out a little whine. Ha ha ha. Well, I hope my letter finds you in good spirits. I'll keep writing to you every week just to touch base and to give you support, okay? Your friend Laurel. So maybe with this one he thought all this talk of neck pain and surgeries was a code about Shanann's neck pain and surgery. Who knows? Who knows what that man thinks, right? What do you guys think? I thought the one where she drew the little flower and says the little quote about put some sugar under your pillow and have some sweet dreams was kind of weird. She drew the little flower. Exactly. And as I was looking back through some of the other letters, she drew another little flower in the side margins of the letter. And the little flower next to a little, what did she say here? I was wondering, are you getting a ton of mail or hardly anything? That's kind of weird. Why would she put that? I haven't looked back through the rest of these to see if she drew any flowers, but that's interesting because we know that Nicole really loved flowers. In the discovery on July the 16th at 8:35 a.m., Chris took pictures of some flowers, some sunflowers, and they indicate this would not be the last time he took photographs of flowers. I suspect he took these for and shared them with Kessinger. She has an affinity with flora and had a wide assortment of flower pictures in her phone. So I can understand why maybe he thought this, okay,
was her.
I don't think this Laurel, I know this Laurel is a real person because I found her. I mean, she is a real person, but it is possible maybe she is from Colorado. Maybe she's a friend of Nicole's and this lady was writing
who knows? For
her, or Nicole was saying things that you should put in the letter to him. I don't know. But it's kind of weird how she kept continuing to write and say, I'm here for you and all this and that. It does sound really friendly. I don't know. I don't know what to think. You know, he lies so much anyway. But I can see how he might have thought this was coded messages from Nicole.
So with that being said, do you think this was a possibility of being Nicole? Or some way from Nicole? Like, it was, like, who knows? I think at some point that they did talk. I don't think they talk as much as we might think they do. Like, it was probably 1 or 2 and done, and they were done and over with. But again, I digress. We don't know. I just would like to know your guys' thoughts. Please write them down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button out of obvious reasons of hopefully finding one day all the evidence that can be compiled together to bring Nicole to interrogators to actually get her interrogated instead of interviewed. Don't forget to subscribe on both videos. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So please take care. Keep it real. Keep it safe. And as always, keep nerding on. And we'll see you guys next time.